All right. Just, oh, it's still lit a little bit. Blue Dream. I chose a sativa. I thought that might be a good idea. It's BOGO at the Green Planet. The Green Planet is, you know, not too far from where I live, so it's like kind of where I've gone down here. Since I'm not as spoiled as I used to be in Michigan, but Tennessee's doing all kinds of laws, blah, blah, blah. I hope the Green Planet doesn't close down. But through this aspect of my life, there's been a lot of intense conversations. I know there's legislation going on, all of the above. Well, one of my favorite things to do when listening to music, I love being stoned and listening to music. And like Freaky Wilderness, I told him, I want to take, you know, a half gram of mushies, or I want to like smoke a joint and be like jamming to Freaky Wilderness, like walking through the wilderness, or just walking down the street, like being in the city. Like it's definitely also like a city jam, you know. So I'm not going. It sucks. I hate that like these are things that you have to address. You know, I've dealt, again, talk about criticism and being seen and being put in the limelight. So it's like, we were talking at the dog park today. I have my whole fun group of dog park friends. One's a psychologist, John and Mia, and we have some really cool conversations. All of those conversations, most of them today, was sober. I was sober before. So like the people wondering she's just high. No, there's a difference. And he even asked me, there's these questions of like, well, what do you like? He doesn't like what it is that I like about this tool, this ritualistic herbal medicine that I started for healing. So I'm too detached in a sober mindset. And alcohol is poisonous and needs to be deeply limited and monitored and respected with a significant amount more discipline. Cannabis, I believe, like, you know, it depends on the person. I believe it's a deeply nuanced conversation, all right? However you want to look at it. But these questions, and this goes into other Moon Juice episodes. I've talked about sobriety a lot. When engaging in like rock and roll and these things, like how do you walk that line? And it's like, well, I guess intention matters. And I do think, you know, all of the disciplinary tools matter. But like for me, what is it that is part of the ritual, part of the habit? And make like the fear, like I get into a freeze state. I don't like a lot of the things that I've tried to do sober just so people took me seriously. Like, oh, I need it to be professional. I need it to like, they're not gonna understand me, they're not gonna see me, they're not gonna respect me unless I am putting on this front that I am this, you know, like, which I can be, but sober Sarah is can be deeply detached. And it's something I've been working on, something why I've used cannabis. I, you know, started utilizing it as a genuine medicine for PTSD, like training and all these things. And yes, I've recreational abused it and used it. Like, I'm not trying to be perfect here. I'm just being very genuine about where this relationship, 7th house, you're talking about track number 7, the relationship to music, to substance, to people. It's the healing that it causes. So make sure, like, I guess what your choices are for wellness to some capacity, not self-destruction. Like alcohol can be very self-destructive. I think weed can be too in its own way, but especially just like, you know, just like big tobacco ruined the sacred tobacco plant. You know, they're gonna do the same thing with cannabis. Like, it's history repeats itself. So we have to stop it by like honoring these sacred medicines and just being very real about what it is that they provide. So sobriety through my frozen nervous system, or through my dissociative disorders, my CPTSD, whatever you want to fucking diagnose me with based off of what I've been through. I started spirituality, I started cannabis, I started all of this because I was so fucking, like, I don't want to just say numb, but like autopilot, just like I need to heal, and whenever I heal, like things in, like, not, that's like manifesting. Like, I didn't try to do magic just to manifest things. I wanted healing. I wanted meaningful relationships. I wanted love. I wanted all of those things. And through this practice, I was able to realize that I am presenting to y'all my vulnerability. And that is the scary thing, because also, like, you don't want to watch a robot talk. That's, you know, that's a whole AI thing. I felt often a lot of my sobriety, like super sober videos that detach, super professional, just cut through. I don't even really know how to explain it, but that like version of me that I've been working to heal more Sarah comes back, like that bridge is coming back, but it's still a process based off of where I've been in my life. And music has done a really good job at like healing that. Music is another super huge healing thing. So I think combining, you know, cannabis with music is a deeply nervous system thing, and I think it needs to be done intentional, of course, but it's done wonders for me in a lot of my somatic releases. I firmly do believe in that. I don't think I've lost my mind. I think I'm of like pretty sound mind, but I do think there's a caution, again, where the cannabis industry is going. Like, let me, you know, to get on a soapbox, because I smoke Sativa Blue Dream, okay? They're going to, like, because now tobacco is poison and it causes cancer and all these other things. And I'm not saying smoking anything is fucking, like, the perfect practice, okay? There's the health risk to everything, whatever. I get it, and sound, like, nuance. But if we keep focusing on THC, people aren't getting the medicine from cannabis anymore. In fact, it's poisoning them. There was a time when alcohol was medicinal, and big business ruined it. So we need to, again, pick the right leaders, find the lights, realize there's a discipline, there's a respect to everything, and it comes through choosing love for something, not exploitation or abuse of something, by picking the wrong leaders, choosing the wrong choice, choosing self-destruction. The world, America, whatever, however you want to fucking view it, has chosen self-destruction because people aren't healed. So anyway, all of this is to say, I had a huge epiphany in a lot of this, in my personal practice and all the things, because this is part of my personal practice. I'm recording my personal practice. Like, I've been on social media with Witch Talk and showing my candles. All of this is like, I'm sharing my healing process and story with you all, and a lot of it has been through art. I do believe art is deeply healing. I guess we could get Jungian about it, but symbolism, there's something very innate to humans and art and that creation. I think nature is art. And I think we miss it every day through these autopilot dissociative programs. And so I firmly believe that cannabis helps me, not like it's freed me in so many other ways, blah blah blah, you know, not to be a stupid fucking hippie about it. Like, I'm not trying to be cheesy or anything, but there is a genuine detachment and understanding of, like, I'm sharing my raw humanness. My professionalism is gone. My AI, that detachment, that programming is gone, and now you can feel my humanity. Art reminds us of humanity, or it's supposed to. It's supposed to keep us connected and like tell stories, that because all of us have so many different stories. There are infinite possibilities in the life that we can live and create. And I think it's really important to nurture and nourish that inner child imagination, and if you're a parent, you should absolutely nurture it in your children, which I have witnessed Michael and everyone I've seen Michael talk about and share about, the names I don't know. It's just leading into that nourishment of imagination and realizing that we have the power to create a better world, and you don't have to choose self-destruction, you can choose love. So we're really gonna get into it, but I don't want to lose that.